Alright, so today's question is diversification in crypto smart or overrated? So let's get right into it. Okay, so when we're talking about diversification in the world of crypto, we're generally talking about the idea of not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So rather than holding just Bitcoin, maybe you want to spread your money across several different altcoins as well. Or instead of buying just Ethereum, you might buy Ethereum along with some layer 2 coins. But here's the key difference between crypto diversification and diversification in general. In traditional investing, diversification means spreading your money across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, real estate. These are completely different asset classes. The idea is that if one investment fails, the others should still do okay. And this is great because it works. In crypto though, these are much more similar investments. If Bitcoin goes down, most altcoins go down with it. So just holding Bitcoin and then picking a few altcoins that you think are going to go up while Bitcoin goes down is probably going to be a better strategy than just holding a bunch of random altcoins. So let's talk about the pros and cons of diversification in crypto. Okay, so first, let's look at the case for diversification. And there are 3 main reasons why people like to diversify their crypto holdings. The first reason is total loss protection. If you only hold one altcoin and that altcoin crashes 90%, well then your entire portfolio has crashed 90%. If you hold multiple altcoins though, if one crashes 90%, you're not going to feel it as much. Now the second reason is exposure to innovation. If you hold only Bitcoin, then you're missing out on the innovation happening on Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Arbitrum, whatever else. And if you hold all of Bitcoin, you're also missing out on that innovation. So by diversifying, you gain exposure to all these different technologies and potentially to the next big thing. The third reason is just peace of mind. Holding only Bitcoin can be nerve-wracking, like you know Bitcoin's going to go through its cycles. There's going to be crazy rallies followed by massive crashes, and then repeat. And if you're only holding Bitcoin, that can be really stressful. If you hold other things alongside Bitcoin though, even if Bitcoin crashes, you'll feel a little bit better knowing that your other stuff might be doing okay. And this is totally fine. We can't ignore the psychological aspect of investing. And if having a diversified portfolio helps you sleep at night, then hey, that's a great reason to do it. Alright, now let's look at the case against diversification. And there are 3 main reasons why diversification can be overrated in crypto. First, if you're holding 20 or 30 different coins, it's hard to keep track of them all. It's much easier to watch a few coins that you believe in than to watch 30 coins. And this brings in another problem. Most altcoins move in the same direction as Bitcoin, meaning that adding more and more altcoins doesn't always reduce risk. Instead, it often just adds complexity. So by holding a bunch of random coins, you're not actually reducing your risk. You're just making things harder to manage. Now the third problem is that if you spread your capital too thin, your winners won't mean that much. So imagine you have $1,000 and you split it across 20 different coins. So each coin gets $50. If one of those coins makes 100x, well, you've made a total of $250. That's great. But if you had put that $1,000 all into that one coin, okay, so now that we've looked at both sides, how should we actually think about diversification? While many professional investors suggest something called a core and satellite approach. Make Bitcoin and Ethereum your core because they have the strongest track record and the most adoption. Then add 2 to 3 carefully chosen altcoins as satellites. So this way you have stability from your core, but you also have the potential for growth from your satellites. Okay, let me give you a practical example. Imagine you have $1,000 to invest. Here's how you could apply the core and satellite approach. So you put 60% into Bitcoin, so that'd be $600. Then 25% into Ethereum, so that'd be $250. Then the remaining $150 you spread across 2 altcoins that you believe in. Now obviously I can't tell you which altcoins to buy, but I'll leave a couple suggestions in the description. Now this gives you exposure to the whole market, but your core holdings protect you from the risk of holding too many small coins. Okay, so now let's look at 3 common mistakes investors make with diversification. Mistake No. 1. Chasing every new coin that comes out just because it's hyped. Now this is a big mistake. Just because everyone's talking about a coin doesn't mean you should buy it. And also just because it's a new coin doesn't mean it's bad. So I guess it's more like chasing new coins just because they're new. Don't do that. Do your research. Buy what you believe in. Mistake number 2. Believing that owning more coins always reduces risk. Like we've already talked about, it doesn't. Often the best thing to do is to just own Bitcoin and a few altcoins that you believe in. Mistake No. 3. Ignoring portfolio rebalancing. So rebalancing basically means letting your losers drag down your winners. So if you own 10 coins and one of them goes down 90%, well then that's 10% of your portfolio. But if you have 10 coins and one of them goes up 100%, well then that's only 10% of your portfolio. So you need to rebalance regularly and basically sell your winners and buy your losers. And if you do this consistently, your losers become your winners and your winners become your losers, and it all averages out over time. Okay, so to wrap up, Diversification in crypto can be smart or overrated. It all depends on how you do it. If you have a focused strategy with a strong core and a few high-conviction altcoins, that's smart. Owning dozens of random tokens is overrated. Stay disciplined, stay balanced, and invest with purpose. Now, if you're looking for more strategies like this, you can find them all on our channel. We release new videos every single week covering everything from beginner topics to advanced investing strategies. So hit the subscribe button right now to join over 200,000 other investors on their journey to financial freedom.